Okay, so you have to go to the rough draft. So let's make sure that we set up the rough draft document, which I have over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you have it in Times New Roman first and foremost. I'm going to make sure it's double spaced. And then what I'm going to do, I can actually copy over my header from the rough draft, and I can also put my last name, which this person is student, and the page number. Make sure that's also in Times New Roman and right aligned. Okay, I put some sort of a creative title, which this person managed to make. So we're going to copy and paste it over. You can always change it later. Alright, and let's just say that we already have our intro paragraph written. You need a review of that. That's actually on Moodle for you underneath that PowerPoint. Let's just talk about the body paragraph. So your Roman numerals and actually your letters become your body paragraph. So over here on the outline you can see that this A portion from 1 to 5 is actually going to be the body paragraph. So the sentences here actually act as the topic sentences. So when you actually are writing a body paragraph, remember that it's topic sentence, major point, support and elaboration, and then you come back to the topic sentence. So the way that we're going to do that is 1 and A actually correlate to 1 and A actually correlate to the topic sentence. All of the note cards are actually supports. We just need to elaborate on them. So every time we have a note card over here, we just need to add a sentence, add a sentence, add a sentence. So you end up adding sentences to the end of these. Alright, so let's start actually doing an example here. So this is my first body paragraph. So this actually looks like a pretty good topic sentence. I'm going to copy it over and actually make sure that it's what I want. So I actually like to double space from the onset. And as you can see, I'm going to read it. It can be really difficult to stay on track with eating healthy. There are many helpful tips on keeping up with eating healthfully. I'm going to change it just a little bit. How about with eating this? So it doesn't sound too repetitive. And then let's actually use this to kind of help elaborate. Having healthy snacks on hand is very helpful. So those two combined actually give me a pretty good sense of the paragraph. They're both sort of acting as topic sentences. Your A's and B's really become your paragraphs. So this one sort of acts as another topic sentence. Alright, so now we're going to add our notes. So see what I'm doing here? I'm actually copying and pasting the first note card in. And I put a period on the outside of the parentheses. What I have to do after that is I actually have to transition to my next note card. So I can copy and paste this. Oops. Sometimes it doesn't let you format it. There we go. Nope. We have to grab part of it. Sorry guys. There we go. So I'm only going to grab one of them. And what you have to do is in between here, you actually have to create a transition sentence. And that really is what makes it a paragraph. That's what makes the outline different than the rough draft. So I have to go from this idea of new healthy foods should be tried regularly to skipping the pantry and going for the fridge. So one way I might do that is by actually looking at these two note cards and seeing how I can get from one topic to the next. Maybe I would say one way to try regular new healthy foods is to skip the pantry, or is to forego the pantry or pantry. Another way I could do a sentence in between, instead of going between the two note cards, is I could take a look at my topic sentence. So I'm talking about it's really difficult to stay on track with being healthy, and having snacks on hand is very helpful. So really, snacks on hand is my big idea. And I could use that to help me create transition sentences. So after I actually analyze the new healthy food should be tried regularly, I can actually explain how that would help me keep healthy snacks on hand. So what I might want to do is say something to the effect of trying new foods can actually encourage eating healthy snacks, as a person might be anxious and excited to eat new snacks. So I'm trying to use this note card here to support the idea of healthy snacks on hand. So there's two ways to do it. You can try and bridge between the two note cards, the 14 tips and 14 tips, by creating a new sentence in between. Or you can try using the topic sentence to help you build on it. So every time you add a note card, you think, how can I actually add a sentence that helps me build on the idea of healthy snacks? Okay. So you keep on doing that throughout the entire outline. Now, let's say I add the next one and the next one, and then, oops, I get to a quote. Now, a quote is really word for word, verbatim, what somebody has said. And it kind of looks, let's say this is my transition sentence. It wouldn't be very good. Okay. And, oh, sorry. I go to copy this in word for word. It's going to look a little awkward. It's literally going to look like I just pasted it in there. And that's not really what you want. So what you might want to do is use the worksheet that we actually ended up filling out together in class, the blue worksheet. Keep in mind that you might want to add a signal phrase before your direct quote. So I can paste it in here, but what I might want to do is say, researchers have found. And then it might make a little more sense. And then I can actually discuss the quote, just like I said before, either tying it, putting a sentence in here so that it ties to the next note card citation, the next note, or I can actually have a sentence that helps me support this healthy snacks on hand. Once I'm done and I have my last sentence, I need to go back to this topic sentence idea, having healthy snacks to stay on track. So I need to actually close the sentence, close the paragraph with the same idea. It needs to essentially be a sandwich. So I need to come back to the topic sentence idea. So I would say having healthy snacks helps healthy eaters stay on track with their diet. So that's actually how you go about doing it. I recommend having this out and maybe even sort of making sure that you have your example outline open because you saw how useful it is to me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or actually rewatch this video. Um, I'm hoping it was helpful, even if you're able to just look at the major components. There's also some resources available for you on Moodle, and good luck writing, and please don't hesitate to ask me to review your paper. I'm really proud of all of you. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye.